Amy, when are you coming to visit during summer vacation? Huh? I don't know. What? You haven't set a date yet? No. Sorry. I'll let you know. Ugh. You're so useless. Sorry, but, I'm not coming this year. It'll just be my husband, so maybe you should talk to him. What do you mean you're not coming? You can't just not show up. You're kidding, right? No, I'm serious. You said it yourself the last time I was there. What? You said you never wanted to see my face again. That doesn't matter. We're family now. It's really unfortunate. But just stop messing around and set a date. Do it, now! No. You work me like a dog. This year, I want to relax, so... Seriously? You're a housewife. That's what you're supposed to do. Why did you marry my son, you? Ugh! Sorry. Amy, listen. You're his wife. You're supposed to help us. You know that, don't you? That's such an old way of thinking. What? We're not living in the 80s anymore. How dare you! I'm ashamed that my son married you. And you didn't even give birth to a boy! Yeah. Look, I'm not going. Deal with it. Rob said it was okay. He'd never say that! Stop lying! You're a liar! He said it himself. He hates it when we fight. All you ever do is talk back to me. Okay, but, Just shut up, you useless piece of shit! Oh, wow. Whatever. I'm not going, so... You're his wife. You can't just not come. Your parents didn't teach you that? I guess not. Again, we're not in the 80s anymore. And I spend a lot of time with him, so... It's fine. What about Allie? She's coming, right? No. What? Why not? She's my granddaughter. You already forgot? Huh? When I got pregnant, you said you didn't want a girl. Yeah, but she's cute. I like her, okay? She kinda looks like Rob. I see. But the last time we were there, you kept asking me when I was gonna have a boy. You made her cry, you know. So no, she's not coming either. That's not my fault! And I never said I didn't want her around. Then stop saying those things out loud. Yeah, whatever. Just come home on summer vacation. Got it? No. We're not going. My daughter and I are going to see my parents. That's enough! You married my oldest son. You do as I say. Who's gonna cook for everyone, huh? Why don't you do it? You know how many people will be here? You expect me to do it all by myself? That's not my problem. Why don't you all go on vacation or something? Then you won't have to cook for them. It's tradition. You have to learn the ropes. I know you come from a poor family and all, but you have to learn. Whatever. By the way, my family and I are going on vacation together during summer. We're paying for everything. What? Oh, wow. So all you care about is your family. You're not gonna do anything for us. You're not family anymore. It's my money. I can do whatever I want with it. Your money? That's Rob's money! You just stay home all day! Stop leeching off my son! Actually, no, it's my money. Stop lying! You just stay home all day long! Like I said before, I work from home. So what? You probably make nothing. You just don't get it, do you? What? I run my own company. I do it all from home. Huh? I work with others using the internet. Wait, I thought you quit your job. Yeah, but that was years ago. We weren't even married at the time, LOL. I launched my own design company after that. I started working from home after I got pregnant. The company is doing quite well. You never told me that. That's because you always looked down on me for not going to college, and you never asked. And also, I'm not sure why you think my family is poor, but my dad is an executive at a construction company. What? You said he was a construction worker. No. I said he works for a construction company. You never listen, do you? So yeah, you don't have to worry about our family. We're doing quite well for ourselves, so... I can't wait for our summer vacation. Amy, there's been a misunderstanding. I'll pretend like none of this ever happened. Let's start over, shall we? We can talk about this during summer vacation. No, LOL. You're unbelievable. You know that? What? I already booked my flight. And I got work right after that, so I'm not going there. What do you mean? You work from home, right? Just bring your computer over or something. There's no signal there. You guys live in the middle of nowhere, so I can't work from there. Fine, then. We'll meet you at the hotel. We'll join you. What about the other relatives? I'm sure they'll figure something out. Let's just spend some quality time as a family. I thought it was tradition, LOL. I'm always up to try new things. We'll meet you at the resort. If you want to come, sure, but you gotta make your own reservations, and I'm not paying for you, so... What? Why not? And it's a pretty popular hotel, so it's probably full by now. I knew some people, so they hooked me up, but I don't think you'll be able to get in. What? Don't push it. Just figure something out, okay? Let bygones be bygones. Seriously? All you ever did was harass me. My level of education, my family. You said you never wanted to see me again, and you made my daughter cry. So no, I don't think so. Look, I'm sorry, okay? I should have been nicer. Come on, let's go on vacation together. If you want to come, make the reservation yourself. Ask your son to help you out. Maybe he'll pay for you. Oh wait, he didn't get his bonus this summer, so... Forget I said anything, LOL. Please, Amy! We're family! What? Seriously? You said it yourself. We're not family anymore. LOL. But hey, no worries. I never considered you to be family in the first place, so no worries. LOL. Don't ever contact me again. You're dead to me. Amy kept her word and went on vacation with her family that summer. Looks like she had a lot of fun. Her mother-in-law tried to book the hotel herself, but it was all full. Eventually, she gave up. When she heard that Amy and her family were planning to go abroad during winter holidays, she started begging her to take her with them. But Amy never replied to her.
I never knew it was a monster that gave birth to you. I thought all I would be doing today was meeting your parents before we got married, not having a run-in with Frankenstein.
Josh, you know I don't like it when you get like this and say these kinds of things. And what sort of awful way is that to talk about my mom?
Your mom? Sorry, I was talking about the scarred monster that you keep in your house. You really should have given me some warning, you know that? I would have brought my sword and shield to try and slay it or something. But instead, I was caught totally off guard when she walked into the room.
You really can be the worst sometimes. And I did tell you before we went to visit my mom. I told you that she was burned years ago and still has some scarring on her face. And I can't believe you actually whistled when you saw what she looked like.
Well, sure, you told me that she had some scarring. I just didn't think it was going to be that big. I'll be honest, I feel sick just looking at her face. I've never seen something so ugly in my life.
What is wrong with you? Besides, it's all my fault that she has those burns. There was a fire at the house one day when my mom was taking care of me. She rushed right into the flames to rescue me, and that's how she got her burns.
Wow, that is really a touching story. But I just got one question. Where's the punchline to your little sob story?
Punchline? No, this is completely real.
Was the house on fire because an angry mob of villagers tried to burn it down?
Screw you! What has gotten into you? You've always acted like such a kind gentleman around me. Was that just a lie? I couldn't believe how quickly your personality changed once you met my mom.
Well, that's not my fault. Anyone would laugh like I did after seeing such a horrible face. I mean, she looked like some kind of final boss from a horrible fantasy game. I really thought I was going to hear some dramatic final boss music when she walked out. She looked like some kind of villain from a Saturday morning cartoon show.
Look, even as a joke, I don't think this is funny. But are you being serious right now?
Of course I am. And what about you? Did you forget the man you're engaged to? I work for one of the finest publishers in the whole country, and I'm on the fast track for a promotion. Or don't you remember? Do you know how many big writers and artists come to us looking to publish their works?
Yes, I know. I did not forget. That is one of the reasons why I thought you were so amazing when we first met. I really respected what you did. That's partially why I'm so shocked at how you were acting today.
I was just so surprised. I mean, how does a Hollywood monster like that even function in society? Is there even a company that would give your mom a job with a mug like that? There's no way she could ever work in the service industry or where anyone could look at her. Any business that hired her to work directly with customers would go under in an instant.
Well, yes, she did have to quit her old job after saving me from the fire, so it's all my fault, really.
Look, Samantha, you're a beautiful girl, so maybe it's just that you haven't noticed this yet, but The world only cares about one thing, and that, my dear, is how somebody looks. Do you understand? Anyways, that's partially why I was expecting your mom to be as beautiful as you are. And then, all of a sudden, the toxic Avenger walked into the room.
Look, you're being really rude right now. My mom is a human being. How can you think it's so funny to keep calling her all these terrible things? She is the way she is now because she risked her own life to save me. I thought you'd be able to look past her scars and see the kind heart and caring soul that it took to do that.
That is fine and all, but there was nothing that could have prepared me for the way she looks. Besides, a kind heart doesn't put bread on the table. I work my butt off every day trying to climb up my company's ladder. Do you understand? Those are the only kinds of people that society recognizes.
And you're trying to say that my mom isn't one of those hardworking people?
I'm just saying that I bet the only job that monster could get is some night shift part-time gig in the back of a store. Besides, don't forget that you were only hired for your good looks anyway. Do you think the company would let you keep your position if your face had some giant scar in it? All I'm trying to say is that you should remember what you have going for you and not forget your place.
What are you even talking about? I can't believe what you're saying. Besides, it's not like you were hired for your amazing talents either.
No, you don't know what I'm talking about. I have the kind of job where it does not matter what you look like as long as you can do the work. Just don't even try to compare what your mom does and what I do for a living. I got this far in my career because of my skills and my hard work.
Okay, whatever. You just keep on saying whatever you want to. I don't care anymore.
There's no way I could let some freak like that be my mother-in-law, so the wedding is off.
Fine then. Do it.
By the way, just so we're clear, if anyone asks, I'll say it was your fault that things didn't work out.
What? What are you even talking about?
Well, after all, it's the truth, isn't it? It's over because your mom is a horrible monster. But if people know that I broke things off with a babe like you, they might start giving me the cold shoulder. You understand, right?
If you really care so much about what other people around you think, then why are you acting like this to me?
Okay, this is going nowhere fast. I'm tired of this conversation. This is the end, Sam. Goodbye. I can get a date with another cute girl anytime I want, so don't ever message me again.
Oh, trust me, the feeling is mutual. I don't ever want to hear from you ever again. Do you hear me? Goodbye and good riddance. Did you talk with Josh? Is everything all right? I thought you were going to try and bring him back into the house, but then you never came back, so I was just getting a bit worried. Mom, I'm so sorry for today. I never thought he was that kind of person. I couldn't believe my eyes when he opened his mouth, and then he just took off. In the end, he called off the wedding. Via text, he didn't even call. I'm sorry, Samantha. Well, he certainly did have an impact, I'll say that much. I just didn't realize people like that really existed. To be honest, I was surprised at first, but now I think it'll just make a good story. I'm sorry, Mom, but I really can't bring myself to see things that way. To think that he hid who he truly was from me this whole time? But I see this as a good thing. Imagine if you found out the kind of person he was after you two got married. Well, anyways, as your mother, I can't help but feel a little bit relieved. It would have been just horrible if you two actually got married. Well, yeah, I think you have a point, but... Anyways, You said he works for Femme Publishing, right? Yes, that is where he works. It's almost the only thing he ever talks about. He's so proud of it. But I really think that all he does is hurt the company's image. Why do you ask, though? Just organizing my thoughts right now. You said he called off the wedding as well. Yes, it was so horrible, Mom. If he didn't do it, I would have called it off myself, but still. He said that he couldn't be with me any longer because of you. He probably said something like he couldn't marry someone with a monster for a mother, didn't he? That's right. You really know how to read people, huh? Well, actually, I managed to track down some of his socials. You may not have known this, but your mom can be quite the social media pro. Is that so? I really never knew that about you. And it seems your ex is saying a lot of things online that might give people the wrong impression. With all these lies he's spouting, it might make it difficult for you to find another boyfriend. Wait, what? What kinds of things has he been saying? Just horrible things about your mother and the other comments that give off that impression. He really is making me seem like some kind of monster straight out of the movies. At this rate, he'll scare off any guys in a 10-mile radius. This one really is a stand-up guy, isn't he? Wow, he is unbelievable! To think that he would stoop so low? And yet, he hasn't said one thing about the burns on my face. Maybe you should just let your mom take care of this one, Samantha. I don't mind what anyone says to me, but I won't forgive anyone who hurts my daughter's feelings. You really think you can handle this, Mom?
I'm so sorry about yesterday. I was being so rude yesterday, and I sincerely apologize. So please, let me talk things over with your mom.
Wow, someone's had a real change of heart since yesterday, huh? Is this your way of trying to come crawling back to me? Or is this just about your job?
Look, I really don't think that now is the time to be having this talk. Besides, I never knew that your mom was the Katrina Pulzov, as in the Pulitzer Prize-winning author. If I had known that, I would have never said the things I did yesterday. Please, forgive me.
And what does my mom being a famous author have to do with anything? Did you think that just because someone had burns like that, there was no way they could ever be a successful author?
No. I still think your mom is a disfigured monster, but she's a genius disfigured monster. And I mean, we're talking about Katrina Pulzov here. Who cares what she looks like? No, wait, she would probably be even more famous if she didn't keep her face hidden. I would have never guessed I was so close to such an important literary figure.
Anyways, Mom said she decided to cancel all of her contracts with Femme Publishing. It's too bad you let that important figure slip right through your fingers.
Exactly, so please forgive me. I need your mom to come back to our company. Your mother was Fern's flagship author. And now my bosses are telling me that it's all my fault she left. If things keep going this way, then I'll be fired.
Wow, that must really suck for you, huh? And to think that if you weren't such a horrible person and we did end up getting married, then you would have had a direct connection with an award-winning author. It's too bad, you know? You were doing such a good job climbing that corporate ladder, too.
You don't have to say those kinds of things, you know? It's not like I was trying to be mean or anything.
You weren't trying to be mean. So you making fun of my mother like that is just your way of interacting with people? Treating them like monsters for scars and features that they can't control?
Well, look, I maybe possibly could have taken things a little far. But it was all just a joke, so what's the big deal? That's why I'm uncanceling the wedding and putting everything back how it was.
Excuse me? And just who exactly do you think you are going to be marrying this time around? Have you lost your mind, or have you always been this stupid?
Oh, come on, just give me a break already. We were engaged to be married. The whole thing is just one big misunderstanding. All I want is for you to explain things to your mom so that she knows it's all a big joke too.
Oh, really? Because I didn't get the feeling that you were joking about the things you said one bit. And it didn't seem like you were joking when you posted all that crap all over your socials.
But I didn't even write about why I broke up with you. I was thinking of you and knew I shouldn't give out the details. Like about how it was all because of your mother's hideous scarring. But be realistic. What other guy would still want to marry you after seeing your mom?
If there are really that many men out there who would run away after seeing her, then I want nothing to do with any of them. And that includes you, so just leave me alone already. Thank goodness you showed me who you truly were before we got married.
Samantha, you're being unreasonable right now. And why didn't you ever tell me about who your mom really was? Don't you think that was bad of you to do?
To be honest, I didn't know either. I know she was some kind of author or writer or something, but I actually never knew she was such a big deal in the literary world. It's all thanks to this little incident that I found out.
Really? You're telling me you never knew before now? Katrina Pultsov's own daughter didn't even know who she really was?
Well, yes. Pulsov is her maiden name for one. I never put two and two together, and I guess she never felt the need to tell me. I guess she was never the type of person who wanted to coast along on her reputation as a famous author. She really didn't like the way people would act around her once they found out, I guess. But my mom made an exception this once in order to protect me.
To protect you? Even so, don't you think she is taking things just a little too far?
You really think so? It all makes perfect sense to me. After all, it was a member of Femme Publishing that laughed at her scars, called her a monster on social media, and broke off his engagement with her daughter via text. I really don't see how anyone could keep a contract with a company whose employees behave like that. And besides, it's not like it's hard for her to find a company that wants to publish her books.
But if she really goes through with this, then it will all be my fault and I'll be fired. Please, I'm begging you, just convince your mom not to cancel her contract with us. This is just a personal problem. It shouldn't affect our work lives or anything like that.
But you're the one who's putting your company name all over your social media profiles while you hung me out to dry. Even if you didn't write about the details exactly, you didn't leave much up to the imagination. So, it seems the real problem you have is with her.
Well, I guess you could say that, but...
And that's why she's making sure you get put in your place.
Wait, what are you talking about now?
I think she just uploaded it, actually. Why don't you go and have a look?
What is this? She put out an official statement against the things that I said to her? And wrote it to her daughter's idiot ex-fiancé who shamed me for my burns? How could she publish something like this?
Well, you started it with all the posts you made after we broke up. She was not pleased one bit with what she saw. Then she noticed you had a lot of followers and worried that things you were saying might hurt my chances with any other men in the future.
And so that's why you're posting about me now? I'll never be able to show my face in public again. What am I supposed to do?
Oh, so you just now realized that the things you were doing weren't right? If that's the case, then why don't you man up and accept responsibility? After all, that's life that these things happen, right?
No, well, yes, but... I guess in a moral kind of sense, what I did wasn't right, but...
Anyways, I don't care how much you apologize now. It's much too late for you.
Samantha, please, just tell your mom to change her mind. What am I supposed to do for a living if I get fired?
Don't forget that you tried to ruin my life too. All you did was blame people for things that weren't their fault. And judge people just from what you could see on the surface? I hope the world tears you apart now that they know what an ugly person you are on the inside. After that, Kurt was made to take responsibility for losing my mom's contract and was promptly fired. He also went viral for all the horrible things he said. I hear he's having a hard time getting hired anywhere now. After all, no one wants someone who judges people and treats them like monsters for how they look to represent their company, no matter how good they look themselves.